Today, I'm going to be presenting my research presentation on The Shape of Fear, Michael Myers. So the question is, how does Michael Myers symbolize fears in a psychological perspective? Introduction. Fear is a powerful emotion that has fascinated people for ages, often depicted in various forms of storytelling. Michael Myers, the iconic figure from the Halloween series, symbolizes this fear through his emotionless mask and relentless pursuit of his victims. He represents the unknown and uncontrollable aspects of terror. In this research slideshow, we will explore how Michael Myers not only defines the horror genre, but also reflects societal fears and the darker sides of human nature. Here is my thesis. Michael Myers serves as a profound symbol of fear in horror cinema, representing the embodiment of the unknown and the psychological terror that lurks within the human psyche, ultimately reflecting societal anxieties surrounding violence, mortality, and the unpredictability of evil. Here is my background of Michael Myers. Michael Myers made his debut in John Carpenter's 1978 film Halloween, quickly becoming a key figure in horror cinema. He embodies pure evil, committing violent acts without motive, which amplifies his unsettling presence. The iconic white mask symbolizes the facelessness of terror, representing societal fears. Over the years, Myers has appeared in numerous sequels and reboots, influencing the slasher genre and shaping the portrayal of fear in popular culture. Understanding his character helps us explore the psychological of fear and its impact on society. The primary text I'm going to be using today is Why We Crave Horror Movies by Stephen King. Stephen King is the most popular horror writer of all time. His work, including The Shining, made in 1977, has been made into a movie, including several of his other writings. In Why We Crave Horror Movies by Stephen King, it explains that we are drawn to horror films because they let us confront our fears in a safe way. He believes that they provide a safer release for our emotions and help us explore darker themes like mortality and violence, ultimately helping us understand ourselves better. For context, Michael Myers is a fictional character from the Halloween series created by John Carpenter in 1978. Michael Myers can be known as the Shape. He embodies pure evil and fear, stalking and killing his victims, especially teenage babysitters. His iconic white mask symbolizes the facelessness of terror, making him a lasting figure in horror cinema. My minor claim number 1 is that horror movies allow people to confront and process their fears in a safe way. Horror movies serve as a crucial outlet for individuals to confront and process their inherent fears and anxieties. In Why We Crave Horror Movies by Stephen King, he explains that engaging with horror allows viewers to experience fear in a safe and comforting environment, providing an opportunity to explore their darker emotions without real consequences. In Why We Crave Horror Movies, Stephen King explains that this experience helps viewers explore their darker emotions and gain control over their anxieties, ultimately making them more resilient in real life. My second claim is that Michael Myers is a character that embodies the primal fears that horror movies allow us to confront collectively. And again, Why We Crave Horror Movies, Stephen King highlights how horror films create shared experiences of fear. Michael Myers, as an iconic villain from the Halloween series, represents an unstoppable force of evil that taps into our deepest anxieties about safety and mortality. Watching these films together allows audiences to bond over their reactions to the terror he represents, facilitating discussions about fear and resilience in a supportive setting. My third claim, horror movies featuring Michael Myers allows viewers to confront societal fears about violence and evil. Using Why We Crave Horror Movies by Stephen King again, it explains that these films reflect our anxieties about the unknown. Michael Myers, as a faceless killer, embodies the unpredictability of human behavior, helping audiences process their fears in a controlled environment and fostering discussions about morality and safety. My fourth minor claim and my last minor claim talks about how Michael Myers embodies the fear of the familiar, turning it into monstrous. In Men, Woman, and Chainsaw by Carol J. Clover, it's noted that horror films often blur the line between normality and horror. Michael, who comes from a seemingly ordinary suburban environment, makes audiences question their own safety in everyday life, tapping into deep-rooted fears about trust and security. My counter-argument is Michael Myers often is viewed as a symbol of fear. He can also be interpreted as a representation of deeper societal anxieties surrounding mental illness and violence. Michael Myers symbolizes fears. He also reflects societal anxieties about mental illness and violence. This perspective encourages audiences to confront their own fears and societal issues. David J. Scowls wrote The Monster Show. The Monster Show supports this by highlighting how horror figures mirror cultural fears. In conclusion, Michael Myers serves not only as a figure of fear, but also as a reflection of deeper societal anxieties surrounding mental illness and violence. This complexity invites audiences to engage with their own fears and the broader issues at play in society. By examining characters like Michael Myers, we can gain insights into the cultural fears that shape our understanding of horror. Here is my works cited page. Thank you guys for listening to my research presentation about Michael Myers, and I hope you guys learned some valuable information and enjoyed what you saw. Thank you!